In Zombies vs. Cheerleaders, each player has a different goal. The player who controls the cheerleaders must get rid of all the zombies. On the other hand, the zombie player must manage to eat a cheerleader. Set up the play area according to the game you have chosen. There are 3 game modes available. The Friendly Slaughter is played on 4 columns with the unmarked cards. The Student Council is a mode that is played on 5 columns with the unmarked cards, as well as the ones identified with the Roman numeral 5. The last mode is the Prom, and is played on 6 columns with all the cards. In this video, we will use this mode to illustrate the rules of the game. The cheerleader player shuffles the barricade cards and lays them down on the table in piles of 2 cards each. Behind each pile of barricade cards, he positions one of his cheerleaders. He places as many energy tokens as required on each card. Then, the zombie player places his zombies face down in front of each pile of barricade cards, leaving a free space between them. Finally, arrange the reference cards. The game can start. Each player has 3 actions per turn. The zombie player starts the game. As an action, the zombie player can advance a full column or row. For an action, the player can also attack a cheerleader or a barricade. If the zombie isn't face up, the player reveals it, and then he can attack the barricade or the cheerleader that is in front of him. The zombie's strength is shown on the top left-hand side of the card. A zombie cannot move and attack on the same turn. Here the zombie attacks with a strength of 3, the cheerleader in front of him, who loses 3 of her 5 energy tokens, so she only has 2 left. If the zombie's strength is higher than the number of energy tokens, the cheerleader is knocked out and her card is turned over. Each zombie has special abilities. Here, for example, the canteen lady can inflict a powerful attack, but she is discarded after attacking. The barricades have 2 sides. An attack with 1 strength forces the barricade to turn over to its damaged side. When the barricade is damaged again, it is destroyed. If a special action is indicated on the card, the zombie player keeps the card. The last action a zombie player can make is to play a special action. These special actions are located on the previously destroyed barricades. Then, it's the cheerleader player's turn. For an action, this player has several options. Switch 2 cheerleaders' places. The player can switch the location of 2 cheerleaders whether they are adjacent or not. For an action, the player can also move a barricade. The player can move all or part of a pile of barricade cards to another free space or to another pile. The player can also shoot. A cheerleader can attack any zombie in her column. An attacked zombie becomes visible if it wasn't already. To attack, a cheerleader must spend an energy token. All the cheerleaders, except Samantha, who can't attack, have a strength score. This score must be higher than the zombie's resistance in order to destroy it. If the strength score is a skull, the attacked zombie is destroyed. When a zombie boss is killed, the cheerleader collects the card. Gloria's attack inflicts damage in a cross shape. The targeted zombie is destroyed, and the others undergo an attack equivalent to the strength of the eliminated zombie. Here, the teacher's pet is eliminated. Only the coach remains as his resistance is equal to the strength of the teacher's pet. Pam's attack inflicts damage in a line. The first zombie suffers a strength 3 attack. The following zombies undergo a strength 3 attack minus the resistance of the previous zombie, and so on. The player can also use Clover's or Sandy's ability. Clover can recover an energy token when she no longer has any. And Sandy can sacrifice herself to a zombie that is on a square in front of her. Finally, as an action, the player can play a special action. These special actions are located on the previously killed boss zombies. If a zombie player manages to move one of his zombies onto a knocked out cheerleader, this player wins the game. However, if the cheerleader player eliminates all of the zombies, this player wins the game.